Hi, Matthew. Could you please introduce yourself and the school, including the demographics of the school?
Okay, I'm Matt Goodwin, assistant head teacher and careers leader with responsibility for maths also of Blythe Bridge High School and sixth form in Stoke-on-Trent. We are a secondary school. We are 11 to 18, and our school values all build around pride, respect, kindness. We are in our second year of the accelerator program, Skills Builder Plus.
Thank you. What would you recommend as a starting point for a skills builder approach in a secondary school? What were the first steps that you took?
Well, before we joined the accelerator program, I'd already accessed the essential skills and started to display them around our school, in our classrooms, and started to encourage use of those. When I joined the Skills Builder Accelerator program, it then really helped and supported in how we can maximize the use of the essential skills within our curriculum, within our school environment, with students, teachers, parents, and all stakeholders.
Thank you. How do you track the progress of pupils on a whole school basis? What tools do you use in your school? And what are the advantages or drawbacks of these tools?
We use a number of ways of tracking the progress of the essential skills, depending on the group of students we are working with. So one example is for a whole school citizenship lesson, which is a lesson we have on our curriculum once a week, which looks at social relationships, careers, politics, and the wider world. So once a week, our teachers track the progress of their groups against the essential skills, and that happens on a weekly basis. Our curriculum leader for that area has gone through the curriculum plan and highlighted each half term which is the spotlight essential skill. So every half term, they are focusing on one of the essential skills. But that does not say that they don't look at the others. It's just one is the main focus. And we make sure by the end of year 11, they've covered all skills through that curriculum. Another way is we focus on small focus groups. So we have a special educational needs group that focuses on careers workshops throughout the year. So they use the skills as a lot of self-reflection, and they are tracked against the skills to show their progress throughout the work of doing that workshop. And somewhere else I've built the essential skills into is our work-related learning programs, which we use in year 10 and we use in year 12, which underpins how students going into the workplace and having those experiences, how they can reflect of how those skills are used, what their strengths are, and which ones they need to develop further. And one thing we're looking to launch this year is our student careers diaries, where they track all their career engagements, activities in school, outside of school, in their home life, anything that can be related to any of the skills. So in the moment, I'm working with our computer department to design a form that students can interact with, and they can highlight which skills are used with which activity they take part in school.
Thank you. Leading on from that then, how do secondary school teachers in your school share information about the progress of individual students or classes with one another and back with the students themselves?
Well, through the citizenship lesson that I've just discussed, our curriculum leader regularly shares the progress of all those groups and ensures that work is maintained. But one of the highlights which we've been working on the last 6 months that we again did through the accelerated program scheme last year was introduce awards. So we have Skills Builder awards, and any member of staff in school, whether they are a teacher, support staff, site staff, lunchtime supervisor, can nominate a student for an essential skill award. So for example, we run a games club after school, and we have a student who has took full leadership of this club. He independently leads the students every week in the games, and he was nominated for a award in leadership because of what he does there. We have had students be nominated for awards for being positive when they've had difficult times at home, but they've still come into school and they've worked hard. And a lot of our success and work with essential skills is put on our social media posts through Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, to celebrate how the skills are being used in our school.
Thank you.